So, the first group stage match of the UEFA Champions League. And we're off. David Luiz. Forward it goes. Messi, he's playing it through, it's through, and the cross cleared away.
Lucas Moura.
Thiago Motta, it's Lucas Moura.
Lucas Moura.
Knocks it forward. Vermaelen. Piqué. Daniel Alves. Messi. Out towards the byline. Looking to exploit the space. You have to admire that control. Neither of the teams has taken the initiative as yet. "15 minutes into the first half. Barcelona still to register a shot on target. Ball threaded through. Messi. A goal for Barcelona. That really was quite remarkable.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
So we resume at 1-0.
Yeah, there's such a consistency about his movement and his work rate that it's the platform for everything else he does, for all his attacking instincts, and he's just a very tidy goal scorer.
Pumps it upfield. Through and still going. Thiago Motta. Lucas Moura intercepts the pass. A ball over the top. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Marco Verratti. David Luiz. Thiago Silva. It's Ibrahimovic. Here's Neymar. And the keeper has claimed it. Marco Verratti. Ball goes through. Little in the way of subtlety in that tackle. And he'll drive it here. Jordi Alba with a lunge. Goodbye. Lovely bit of skill. A foul inside the box and a penalty. mistake in drawing them level. He made no mistake from the spot.
Well, the keeper certainly guessed right, but there was enough power to find the target.
So we resume with the scores back level.
Well, in a tight game like this, there was always going to be little to separate them, but he really made that count.
The ball is with Messi. Down the middle it goes. Messi! Another good attempt, but no luck.
Barcelona have been enjoying as good an attacking spell as you could wish for, and yet they've been incredibly wasteful. I mean, they could have wrapped it up by now, and it's not going right for them.
He wasn't far from finding the net again.
Well, there's no doubt that the whole team revolves around him now. He leads by...
The whistle goes to signify half-time. 1-1 as it stands, so nothing to separate them. Barcelona get the second half going. Adriano. Here's Luis Suarez. Marco Verratti. Ibrahimovic. Knocks it through. Here is Cavani. The flag stays down. Here's a shot. Iniesta. On his own. Slides it through. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Thiago Motta. Marco Verratti. Thiago Motta, who's just added his name to the score sheet. A long ball forward. Luis Suarez. Through ball over the top. Leap for the header. A goal for Barcelona. He's always been a really strong header of a football.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Barcelona now up by a goal. Marco Verratti. Thiago Silva. Thiago Motta. Marco Verratti. David Luiz. It's Pedro looking to carve open the defence. It's pretty effective defending. Xavi. Here's Messi. Messi! He so nearly exploited that mistake. He was close to adding to his tally there.
He's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
Matuidi. Thiago Motta. Marco Verratti. Thiago Motta. Ibrahimovic. He's on his way.
Ibrahimovic really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Thumps it long.
Chip through over the top.
Pedro shoots! Not this time. Long way off that.
He did so well to exploit the space down the middle there. That gave him a clean run through on the opposition goal.
It's Ibrahimovic. Talk about showing his quality. Cavani. Here is Cavani. Cavani showed a great desire to get to the ball. He just couldn't do much with it. Barcelona just need to hold on for a few more moments. The clock counting down.
Well, time is running out. They need to start pushing forward.
Cavani. Ibrahimovic. The keeper's got it. Adriano. There it is, the final whistle. Well, with this performance, they've blown away any doubts surrounding how ready they really were coming into this game.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will and spirit, crunching tackles and a real desire to attack. Nobody can feel let down by that.
The teams then, Barcelona against Ajax. I'm John Champion, and covering this game alongside me, someone who certainly knows a thing or two about playing at the top level, it's Jim Begley.
Hi John, it's been a great buzz here since I sat in my seat. I think this promises something special today.
The ball is with Rakitic. And a strike from distance. He so nearly exploited that mistake.
Oh, he did really well to force the mistake by pressuring them like that. That's great grit for you. Well, that should set them on their way and get into a nice rhythm. The early signs are very encouraging now.
Joel Veltman. Davy Klaassen. Schöner. Zimling. Sigthorsson.
That's the kind of thing that happens if the support doesn't arrive quick enough. At least he's keeping possession. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Quarter of an hour played. No goals as yet from either team. The ball played down the middle. Messi! And it's off the post. Schöner. Zimling.
Boyleson.
Zimling.
Davy Klaassen.
Schöner.
Davy Klaassen. It's Sigthorsson.
Lifts it over the top. And that's gone straight to the keeper. Strikes it.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Sigthorsson. Sergio Busquets plays it into the danger area. Forward it goes. The keeper's got it. No change in that score, still rather frustratingly 0-0. Piqué. Mathieu. Adriano. Neymar. It's Adriano. Here's Luis Suarez. And the defence gets it away. Looking to whip one in. Defence does its job. It's a throw-in. That'll play again for a throw.
Davy Klaassen.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. He's looking to find his front men. There goes the whistle, and it's half-time. Goalless then at this stage. We kick off for the next 45 minutes.
Ricardo van Rijn.
Zimling.
Ricardo van Rijn.
Zimling.
Tulani Serrero. Boyleson.
Zimling.
Boyleson. Ricardo van Rijn.
Schöner. Sergio Busquets.
Davy Klaassen.
Just in case you took an extended half-time break, you may be relieved to know that you haven't missed anything. The ball crossed the line. He's going on his own. It's Daniel Alves. Here's Messi. Messi!
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and it always favoured the keeper in that instance.
And he wasn't far off.
Well, he's certainly a player I'd be more than happy to watch. Tactically, he's almost impossible to stop.
Luis Suarez. It's played into space.
The ball is with Pedro.
He makes his way towards the penalty area.
To be fair, that was tough for the keeper to handle.
And we are still awaiting a breakthrough here. Absolutely brilliant. It's an absolute gem.
All goals are welcome, but when they come at a time like that, they're priceless. And he could have placed that either side, but he chose to go for the lob, and what a good decision.
Ajax where they want to be, 1 goal in front.
Well, look, provided they don't go into panic mode, there's no reason as to why they can't get right back into this yet.
It's Sigthorsson. Sigthorsson is trying to go it alone.
Bursting forward. That was a carbon copy of an earlier miss.
Ajax have been enjoying as good an attacking spell as you could wish for, and yet they've been incredibly wasteful. I mean, they could have wrapped it up by now, and it's not going right for them. Willison is so physically imposing in situations like that. He's not going to get bullied off the ball before he gets a shot away. He's very dogged.
Off he goes. Oh, off the post. So unlucky. That should have been 2-0.
Yeah, he could have made the game safe had he converted that. Such a big disappointment.
Things are looking pretty ominous here, Jim.
They have to commit numbers forward and give themselves something to attack.
We're into stoppage time, but there is still time.
Messi.
They need a bit more urgency in their play. Time is ticking away.
No, that's not going to make it through. The clock counting down. Nice ball through. He's gone for elevation. That's it. After much consultation with his stopwatch, the referee has blown for time.
Well, it really could have gone either way. They were slightly unlucky, perhaps. The ball just didn't bounce in their favour at times.
And here we have Barcelona against APOEL. A warm welcome to all of you, John Champion and Jim Beglin on commentary duty today.
Well, I think we're very fortunate to be sitting here watching this one, John. I'm really looking forward to what should be a really exciting match.
Risa. Daniel Alves
Stops him in his tracks.
Risa.
Switches play to the other side. Barcelona have got possession back. Iniesta won't want to come off second best, not against this opponent. It's the crossbar. Rakitic.
Pumps it upfield. Over the top.
He made a decent run towards the box, but he was thwarted in the end.
Well, I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
That comes as a mighty relief. So here comes the corner. get it away. Jabeur.
It's never easy keeping the ball under control when the pressure's been applied like that. I think he asks too much of himself.
The ball played through the middle. Neymar, he's onside here. Really good try, but no goal.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
The ball goes through. Jabeur. A great header, that real bravery shown.
And he attacked that ball with real conviction. Just such a pity about the end result.
No goals from either team as yet. Moving forwards. Jabeur tried to play it through. There it is! What are your thoughts on the goal, Jim Beglin?
Yeah, I've got great admiration for the finish, but I've even more admiration for the pass that set it up. It was delicious.
So we resume at 1-0.
Look, we know they're in control now, but they can't let their concentration drop, not one bit.
Rakitic. It's Daniel Alves. Messi. A marvellous goal. No doubt about that one. A finish out of the top drawer.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again.
So we resume with the scores back level.
Well, that's got them back in it, but it'll be very interesting to see what way they approach it now. Do they settle for that or push for more?
Neymar. There's a foul. Iniesta. Neymar, opportunity for a goal.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures play.
The whistle goes to signal the midway point of this game.
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
So nothing to separate the two teams, it stands at one apiece. The second half gets underway. Trying to keep it in the face of strong opposition pressure. Jabeur showed a great desire to get to the ball, he just couldn't do much with it. Risa. Going forward. Jordi Alba with the foul. Messi. On his own. Messi. Oh, so close.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
He wasn't far from finding the net again.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he can make something happen every time he's on the ball. He's just full of belief and energy.
No, the defence alert and picked out the danger. It's Messi. Pedro. Messi. Messi. That was really close.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just make the wrong one, and I think he would have been better placing that.
And he wasn't far off.
Well, he's certainly a player I'd be more than happy to watch. Tactically, he's almost impossible to stop.
Both players standing toe-to-toe here.
Rakitic has teed up this corner.
Decides to play it short. Looking for width. Rakitic! He carved out a pretty presentable chance.
Well, he knew he needed a better angle to get a shot away, and I suppose at least he showed the best option. It just didn't come off.
Barcelona. That's a throw. Looks like a change is in order. There's a player there waiting to come on. He's picked off the throw. That's good anticipation.
Messi.
He's just scored a fine goal.
Risa.
Both sides fiercely contesting the ball. Through it goes.
Daniel Alves. Messi.
Couldn't quite get it through that.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Neat ball through the middle. Pedro. Showing some good skills, but ultimately unsuccessful. Chance to counter-attack here. Only 5 minutes remain, and there's nothing to separate these two teams. Will we see a winner here?
Risa.
This late on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
He plays the ball out wide. Ah, good interception, just what they needed. Moving forwards. One last attempt to look for a winner, perhaps. The clock counting down. Luis Suarez. Here's Pedro. Pedro. Can he now find a finish? Iniesta. This may well be their last surge forward, and they'll need to make sure it's a telling one. That's it. After much consultation with his stopwatch, the referee has blown for time. Honours even then between these two sides, neither team able to come up with the winner. The teams then, APOEL against Barcelona. It's John Champion with you today, and alongside me, top analyst Jim Beglin.
Well, what a wonderful setting we've got for this game, John. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic.
Messi! They were so nearly punished for their mistake.
Oh, he did really well to force the mistake by pressuring them like that. That's great grit for you.
Iniesta picks the ball up straight from a goal kick. Iniesta. Sergio Busquets. Messi. Messi! And it's Messi!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
No doubt about that one. A finish out of the top draw.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
They've got the opener in the early minutes. Barcelona scoring in the first 10 minutes to give them a 1-0 lead. Opportunity for a goal. Iniesta. It's played into space. Jebor. Nicely fed in. Right idea, wrong execution.
Oh, he can't be happy missing that after being put clean through. That's about as good a chance as you can get.
It's Messi. An interesting duel in prospect. It might not just be about the football. He's had a real go. Iniesta. And once again! Barcelona with a big chance and a big miss. Rakitic. Messi. Messi! He so nearly exploited that mistake.
Well, I think you can only praise that sort of alertness and the way he almost knew what was going to happen, and he got there really early. That was top stuff for me.
And he wasn't far off.
Well, he's certainly a player I'd be more than happy to watch. Tactically, he's almost impossible to stop.
Jebor. APOEL with a big chance and a big miss. Iniesta. Luis Suarez. And now it's been played forward. Relive plays it into the danger area. Whistle's gone for a foul. PK. Daniel Alves. Messi. PK. Couldn't quite get it through that.
Yeah, it looked like there that he was asking just a little too much of himself to try and thread that ball through. It was, he's a bit over-ambitious, but I like his thinking.
There's the end to the first 45.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain the momentum now and finish the job.
It's 1-0 and we hope for more of the same in the second half. The second half kicks off then. PK. Daniel Alves. Sergio Busquets. Play surges forward. Jebor. That'll be a throw. Xavi. Sergio Busquets. Jordi Alba. It's Pedro. Xavi. Messi. The keeper, always the favourite there.
Great contact, but he just made it too easy for the keeper by going down the middle.
You'd really expect a player of his quality to score there.
He's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
Pedro shoots. Xavi. Messi, who's just added his name to the score sheet. Busquets. It's Daniel Alves. And a strike from distance. What a rocket! He has scored an absolute wonder goal.
Unbelievable.
It's a comfortable lead now, 2 goals. That is without doubt a top draw finish.
Well, I think he knew the keeper might be on side him, and it seemed to be the case. He had a lot of traffic in front of him.
A brace of goals for him now. Now it's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this game was very much in the balance, but at 2-0 they ought to be able to defend this lead from here.
He's looking to play it into the channel. Daniel Alves. Piqué. Sergio Busquets. Messi. Messi! So here comes the corner. Xavi decides to play it short. Messi! Messi! Another one! They lead by 3, and that may just about be that.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
What a way to complete a hat-trick.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
We resume again. The score is 3-0. It's Messi. Messi! That is great goalkeeping. Good stop by the keeper.
Well, he didn't really get hold of that one. It was a weak effort in the end.
They play it short. Luis Suarez. A shot. Another goal. They're well clear now. It's just a question of how many more. That really was quite remarkable.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again.
Surely they're well and truly out of sight now. Messi. And he chooses the option of the back pass. So, there you have it, the final whistle.
Plenty of positives to take away from this game, I think, especially from the performance of the strikers. We saw some finishing of the very highest order.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real roller coaster ride for the fans.
So, here we go then. Barcelona against Paris Saint-Germain. It's John Champion with you today, and alongside me, top analyst Jim Beglin.
Hi John, it's been a great buzz here since I sat in my seat. I think this promises something special today.
Adriano. Xavi. Daniel Alves. Paris Saint-Germain have possession again. Thiago Motta. Played in accurately.
Pumps it upfield.
Through into space it goes. That's clever from him. Cuts it out.
Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams.
Marco Verratti. Thiago Silva. Matuidi. Barcelona yet to have a shot on target. Within range, Messi. A goal for Barcelona. He'd love to play against defenders as charitable as that every week.
Messi is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
So we resume at 1-0.
Yeah, there's such a consistency about his movement and his work rate that it's the platform for everything else he does, for all his attacking instincts, and he's just a very tidy goal scorer.
David Luiz. Spooned forward. Clever ball. He was well positioned. Good defending there. Xavi. Xavi. Slides it through. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Thiago Motta. Marco Verratti. It's Ibrahimovic. In he goes, and that's a good tackle. Tries to slide it past the defence. Can he now find a finish? Fantastic from Neymar. They lead by 2. It just couldn't have been placed any better. Now it's 2-0.
Yeah, we've seen it before that 1-0 can be a fragile scoreline, but now that they have that extra cushion, 2 should be enough.
David Luiz. Matuidi. Thiago Silva. Thiago Motta. Matuidi. Thiago Motta. Here's Ibrahimovic. The ball's with Ibrahimovic. He's looking to find his front men. He's looking to play it into the channel. Puts it away. And a goal right on the stroke of half-time. It was all... There goes the whistle, and it's half-time. Just one goal separates them. 2-1 on the score sheet. Paris Saint-Germain set the ball rolling. Thiago Motta. Thiago Silva. Kabay. Thiago Motta plays it into the danger area. Daniel Alves is there defending. Out towards the byline. to carve open the defence. It's one-on-one, bursting forward, denied by the post. Barcelona with a big chance and a big miss. Luis Suarez.
Cabai. Lucas Moura.
Cavani.
Cabai.
15 minutes of the second half played. Here is Cavani. Xavi. Well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it. It's Lucas Moura. Iniesta. Ibrahimovic. Mathieu with a sliding tackle. Sergio Busquets. Looking to exploit the space. Messi.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. Just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He's going on his own. He surges forward. Incisive pass that. The flag stays down. Tremendous from Pedro. Well, what can you say about that goal?
Yeah, I've got great admiration for the finish, but I've even more admiration for the pass that set it up. It was delicious.
So we resume, and the gap is now 2. It's Ibrahimovic. Mathieu with a lunge. He really should have put that away.
Well, you can't fault the effort they're putting into it. You know, without an end product, though, it just piles up the frustration.
Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Tried to play it through. Pedro. Spotted the ball being played and did well to reach it, but that's about as good as it got. The clock counting down. Ibrahimovic. Marco Verratti. Cabai. Matuidi. Thiago Silva. Marco Verratti. Iniesta with an uncompromising. The referee blows his whistle. A well-deserved win for them here as they went out fully focused and put everything into the contest, and they've come away with the win that they wanted.
Look, that's what supporters love to see. Tremendous will and spirit, crunching tackles and a real desire to attack. Nobody can feel let down by that.
So, here we go then. Ajax against Barcelona. It's John Champion here at the microphone, and alongside me we have a top football analyst in Jim Beckley.
Well, what a wonderful setting we've got for this game, John. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic.
Luis Suarez plays it out to the right. He made a decent run towards the box, but he was thwarted in the end. Piqué with the foul. Simling. It's Sigthorsson. He takes the opportunity to shoot. Davy Klaassen. Boylerson. Moisander. Davy Klaassen. Joel Veltman. Tulani Serrero. Play surges forward. Barcelona still to register a shot on target. Joel Veltman. Schöner. Adriano with a definite foul there. Neymar. Messi. Messi looking to carve open the defence. Messi, he's onside. The ball crossed the line. Daniel Alves is there defending. Luis Suarez. Joel Veltman. Schöner. Vermaelen gives away a free kick. Daniel Alves. Good interception, just what they needed. Bursting forward. Oh, that's a neat escape. Pass cut out. Not much by way of goalmouth action as yet. You have to admire that control. Messi! Really good try, but no goal.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
Good possession in this spell, but lacking any real penetration. Sigthorsson, off he goes.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
A much-needed intervention that was too. Messi. Davy Klaassen. Ricardo van Rijn.
On his own. The whistle goes, and it's the end of the first half.
Either side conceding a goal then. It is 0-0.
Here we go with the second half.
Iniesta. It's Pedro.
The ball was taken.
Moisander. Tulani Serrero. Sergio Busquets. Messi. The ball is with Rakitic. Played into space out wide. A space on the flank. Messi's available.
Good opportunity for a cross here. A marvellous goal.
And that has only enhanced his already huge reputation. They were obviously hoping for an early second-half boost, but there are a few who can truly make it happen, and this is a very welcome tonic now.
It just couldn't have been placed any better. Barcelona have the all-important opener.
For me, that just shows their determination to qualify here. There's been a real conviction about them. I've liked that.
They've scored early in this second period to make it 1-0. Oh, that's delightful. Now a chance for a cross. Messi.
Tulani Serrero.
Simling. Look who's there defending. And he's been fouled. Surely a goal. He's on his way. And there's a goal. Brilliant. They're back in it. The match was slipping away, but they found some strength and they found a goal. So fiercely was that hit, it nearly removed the net from its rigging.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a...
Rakitic with the challenge, and he's given away a foul. It's clearly not what he was hoping for.
Davy Klaassen.
And the referee awards a free kick. He's gone for goal. A fine reaction save.
Well, with the team's level now, possession is everything for them. You can't keep giving it away.
Davy Klaassen. Lucas Anderson.
It's Daniel Alves. Slides it through. Through it goes. Messi. Great footwork. Messi. That's probably caused a few sighs.
Well, he didn't really get hold of that one. It was a weak effort in the end.
The scores are level, and all that remains on the clock is a mere 5 minutes. Can anyone get the game winner here? A chance for Barcelona. Well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it. Luis Suarez. He's looking to play it into the channel. Messi. What a wonderful goal.
And the chances of winning a game that may have gotten away from you are always greater with characters like this player. A strong personality that has more than likely secured another big win.
No doubt about that one. A finish out of the top draw.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
A brace of goals for him now. They have their lead now, but can they hold out for these last few minutes? The clock counting down. Barcelona just need to hold on for a few more moments. Oh, and he scored! Almost unbelievably. They pulled themselves right back into the contest. Given the time and space, and with that comes the final whistle. They could only manage a draw here, but they won't mind that. This result enough for them to go on to the next round. The players, the manager, the fans, absolutely delighted.
I think some of the players are going to be a bit sore after that. There was so much passion and commitment out there. I can't remember anyone shirking a tackle.
I'm John Champion, and providing match analysis throughout the game, Jim Beglin.
Hi John, I'm really glad to be here. Let's hope these teams serve up a real cracker.
Clichy. Silva. It's Aguero. Wilfried. Oh, that's a neat escape. Milner. Good hand by the keeper. Keeper's got a strong hand on the ball. Daniel Alves. Here's Messi. Luis Suarez is adjudged to be offside. Silva. That is great goalkeeping. Neymar tries to slide it past the defence. Yaya Toure. Neymar. A chance for Barcelona. Ah, good interception, just what they needed. Luis Suarez. Messi. Messi. That is way off.
Well, there's no messing about with this fella, is there? Just went straight down the middle. If only he could have applied the finish with the same conviction.
Lampard. Surely a goal. A goal for Barcelona. That is a really smart piece of work. They get us underway at 1-0.
Yeah, there's such a consistency about his movement and his work rate that it's the platform for everything else he does, for all his attacking instincts, and he's just a very tidy goal scorer.
Looking to exploit the space. Messi. Fantastic from Messi. It's a comfortable lead now, 2 goals.
Hart perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight at that, it was too late.
So it's now 2 without reply.
Yeah, we've seen it before that 1-0 can be a fragile scoreline, but now that they have that extra cushion, 2 should be enough.
Company. Clichy. It's Silva. Wilfried. A fine reaction save. He plays it towards the area. Ably dealt with by the defence. Going forward. He plays it through. Here's Neymar. Off he goes.
Well, that was a really awkward one for the goalkeeper to deal with.
Moving forwards. Aguero. Sergio Busquets. Daniel Alves. Messi, who's just scored a fine goal. Through into space it goes. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. Messi. And they get it away. There's the end to the first 45. It's a lead, but not a decisive one. 2-0 the score. So, off we go then with the second half. Vermaelen. Daniel Alves. Messi. Both sides fiercely contesting the ball. Messi. Messi. Possibility here for a cross. Challenge deemed unfair. Foul given. Luis Suarez. He's looking to play it into the channel. Rakitic. And a goal. They have a 3-goal advantage, and that should be enough. The keeper made a mess of it, and he's been punished.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
We resume again. The score is 3-0. Sergio Busquets. On his own. Rakitic knocks it forward. The ball goes through. Messi. No, it's gone over.
That was a very decent shot from distance. You know, a little less strength, and it might have just dipped under the bar. Good effort, though.
You'd really expect a player of his quality to score there.
He's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
Company. Yaya Toure. Zabaleta. Milner trying to keep hold of it, but it's hardly easy. Rafinha. Good through ball. Luis Suarez. Here's Pedro. The ball is with Rakitic. Silva. Quarter of an hour remaining. Pumps it upfield. Silva. Well intercepted. Saw the danger. and got to it. It's Silva. Little in the way of subtlety in that tackle. Rakitic. The danger was there, he dealt with it well. Wilfried. A fine tackle, stopping him dead in his tracks. Mathieu. Sergio Busquets. Rakitic. Through it goes. Messi. That's probably caused a few sighs. We all know what he can do.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.
Full-time whistle within sight. It's Aguero. Aguero. Yaya Toure. Mangala. Company. Ball's with Aguero. He was well positioned, good defending there. So there it is, and that concludes today's contest. And it's advantage to the visitors.
Well, how enjoyable was that? I love it when you get two teams giving it everything they've got. They held nothing back. Terrific stuff.
It's John Champion here at the microphone, and alongside me we have a top football analyst in Jim Beckley.
Hi John, I can tell you, I'm absolutely delighted to be here.
We're now underway. Vermaelen. Iniesta. Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene. Yaya Toure. Clichy. Aguero. Jesus Navas. A strong challenge, but one certainly within the laws of the game. Fernandinho. Silva. Zabaleta. Pass cut out. Silly tackle there, absolutely no need to go in for it. He buries it to give his side a precious lead. Cool and calm as you like.
Well, that was a big pressure kick and he didn't let his team down. He took that so calmly.
Barcelona been caught cold early on. Messi, and it's a really well-taken goal. And how vital might that be for Barcelona? It's a poacher's goal.
Oh, it's a terrible mix-up at the back, but it's great awareness to punish them for it.
They get us underway, now 3 goals behind. Dzeko. A chance for Barcelona. Through the middle it goes. An important interception. Things were starting to look dangerous. Lifts it through. And that's gone straight to the keeper. He's being hassled and harried here. The ball's with Aguero. Sergio Busquets. And a much-needed intervention that was too. Clichy. Mangala. Zabaleta. Silva. Dzeko. Vermaelen plays it into the danger area. Jesus Navas. Here's Aguero. And they escape imminent danger. Tries to slide it past the defence. Clichy. Jesus Navas. Forward it goes. Fernandinho. An interception. Messi. Rakitic. Going forward. The ball goes through. Messi. Messi. It's in. He was never going to decline an invitation like that.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Clichy. It's Jesus Navas. Well intercepted. Half-time is now upon us. 2-1 the scoreline. 3 goals to enjoy from the first half. So away we go then for the second half. Messi. Messi. Really good try, but no goal.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
We all know what he can do.
Well, he's certainly a player I'd be more than happy to watch. Tactically, he's almost impossible to stop.
Both sides fiercely contesting the ball. Fernandinho. Mascherano with a sliding tackle. Played into space out wide. Looking to receive the ball, break could be on. Mangala. Fernandinho. Fernandinho. Silva. Here's Fernandinho. They were so nearly punished for their mistake.
Oh, look, I don't need to tell you that that is not a good area to lose possession in, and should it be repeated, I think there's a real chance that the next time they're going to be punished for it.
It's Neymar.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
This goes for a throw-in. Looks like a change is in order. It's a player there waiting to come on. Yaya Toure. 2 goals already to his name. Space on his mantelpiece for a match ball.
Yeah, well, when you assess how he's gone about his business up to now, he looks driven and determined and enough to complete his hat-trick. I think he's going to get it.
Dzeko. This goes for a throw-in. He plays it through. Messi. Messi. Fantastic from Messi. That should do it. It really is the ideal time to strike. He hit that, and my word, it stayed hit.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
He'll be taking the match ball home.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Looking to play on the break. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Messi. Piqué. Sergio Busquets. Vermaelen. Piqué. It's Messi. Well beaten to the ball there. Full-time whistle within sight. Aguero. Dzeko. He's bursting forward.
Well, he had the chance to release it left and ended up making the wrong choice by going it alone. He just took on way too many there, and he's got to think about that a little bit more and make a better decision.
Daniel Alves. It's Dzeko. Company clears it this time. There it is, the final whistle. Barcelona have done it. They continued where they left off after the first leg and have clinched victory here as well.
I think some of the players are going to be a bit sore after that. There was so much passion and commitment out there. I can't remember anyone shirking a tackle.
The teams then, Napoli against Barcelona. I'm John Champion, and covering this game alongside me, someone who certainly knows a thing or two about playing at the top level, it's Jim Begley.
Yeah, thanks, John. What a brilliant atmosphere we've got in this stadium today. I mean, both sets of players must be really looking forward to this, as we are.
Piqué. Daniel Alves. Messi. Messi. Really good try, but no goal.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance. Well, that should set them on their way and get into a nice rhythm. The early signs are very encouraging now.
Enrique. Neymar. Xavi. Messi. Messi.
That is off target.
What an effort that was. He's done very well from that distance. Okay, they've missed a couple of chances so far, but you can take nothing away from their spirit and desire. They look as though they want it more.
Xavi. Messi. Messi. He's unlucky not to score there.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Looking to whip one in. It's been played short.
Luis Suarez, skillfully hit. That was a carbon copy of an earlier miss.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
No goals as yet from either team.
Messi. Nearly, but in football terms, nearly is nowhere.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just make the wrong one, and I think he would have been better placing that.
We all know what he can do.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he can make something happen every time he's on the ball. He's just full of belief and energy.
Sergio Busquets.
Heading towards half-time, and it's still scoreless.
Hamsik. Xavi.
Messi. Messi.
Well, there wasn't much of an appetite to close him down from that range then, but they're taking a bit of a risk because, you know, anybody is capable of a decent strike from there.
Josip Radosevic. Kayahon.
Header. Can he get there? He's gone for it. Yet again, saved by the woodwork.
Iniesta. Neymar. It's Messi. Messi.
Has done well on the right, but now needs some support. Messi. What a wonderful goal.
And grabbing that opening goal so close to half-time too affords them that extra little psychological edge. And when it's one of your main men that's doing the damage, it just grows.
The whistle goes to signify half-time.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
It's 1-0, and we hope for more of the same in the second half. So the second half gets underway. Daniel Alves. Messi. Ball stolen. Inla. Maggio. It's Kayahon. Inla. Messi.
Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene.
Hamsik.
He plays it towards the corner flag. Well played, that got them out of trouble. Barcelona scoring on the stroke of half-time to give them a 1-0 lead. Vermaelen. Mertens. Here's Higuain.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
And it's hit forward.
Lovely ball through. He's bursting forward. Napoli with a big chance and a big miss.
Piqué. Daniel Alves. Sergio Busquets. Daniel Alves. It's Messi.
Maggio.
Hamsik.
Looking to exploit the space. Higuain. Chance. Was trying to make things happen there for his team, and it almost came off for him too. Luis Suarez. The danger was there, he dealt with it well. Looking to receive the ball, break could be on.
Messi.
Good tackle, it was deemed both clean and fair. Iniesta. It's Pedro. Full-time whistle within sight. Barcelona only have to run down the clock now. And the assistant referee has his flag up for offside.
Sergio Busquets.
Rakitic. He's trying something special. He gets it away. There's the whistle. The game's finished. Barcelona with a great show of character, determination, and ultimately a tremendous result in what could have been a tricky away leg. So, here we go then. Barcelona against Napoli. I'm John Champion, and providing match analysis throughout the game, Jim Beglin.
Hi John, I'm really glad to be here. Let's hope these teams serve up a real cracker.
It's Messi.
Messi! He misses, only narrowly though.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
Enrique.
And he concedes a free kick.
Messi.
Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez.
Xavi. Here's Messi. Messi! That was a carbon copy of an earlier miss.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
Oh, this has been such a positive approach from them in the early part of this game. Everybody is programmed to get forward, and despite a couple of failed attempts, they are the better side.
Barcelona, very much the team with the early initiative.
Look, it's testament to a very vigorous start that has clearly caught their opposition cold here, and they just need a goal now to confirm their superiority.
Zuniga. It's Higuain. Still, I'm afraid, goalless. Neymar.
Going forward.
Xavi. Towards the flank it goes. He's trying to make things happen there for his team, and it almost came off for him too.
It was good possession, but way too elaborate, completely overworked.
Jordi Alba. It's been played long. Trying to keep it in the face of strong opposition pressure. If anyone's going to break the deadlock, then now would be a good time. It's Zuniga. Maggio! No, lacked control in the end.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Looking to play on the break. Higuain tried to play it through.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
Higuain. Maggio. Neymar. Neymar. Hamšík.
The whistle goes, and it's the end of the first half.
Well, I think it's been an interesting first half, but they'll be happy to protect their lead from the first leg.
It's 0-0, so nothing to separate them. So away we go then for the second half.
Vermaelen. PK.
He goes alone.
That'll be a throw-in. Messi. Josip Radosevic with the foul.
Well, it's a bit far out, but you never know. He might just make something of this.
Napoli on the ball, but not being very threatening with it. Josip Radosevic knocks it forward. Hon has it, and he's got space. Napoli with a big chance and a big miss. Both sides continuing to cancel each other out. Could have been in, had that final ball been just a little better.
By taking that route into a central position, he made it easier for the defence.
Barcelona. Tries to slide it past the defence. It's Zuniga. Good chance from the low ball in.
Oh, how has that not ended up in the back of the net? It was a cracking ball in, the way he drilled it across and kept it down too.
Oh, lovely feet. Messi! Oh, so close!
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
He wasn't far from finding the net again.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.
Miguel Britos. Enrique places into the danger area. Daniel Alves. Messi. Iniesta. Neymar. Good interception, just what they needed.
Barcelona are not functioning with the cutting edge they need. We're seeing too much passing and not enough reward. It's time for more drive and certainly for more penetration.
Hon. Mertens. Piqué gives away a free kick. Mertens. Full-time whistle within sight. We're down to seconds now, that's all that remains. Mertens. It's Mertens. Napoli have to make this count. This could well be their final attack. There's the whistle. The game's finished. They have done it and deservedly go through to the last four. And now there's some real belief amongst the players that they really can win the cup.
The teams then, Juventus against Barcelona. It's John Champion and Jim Beglin on commentary duty, and a warm welcome to you all.
Well, thank you. I think this is a brilliant atmosphere awaiting these players today. I can't wait for this one to start.
Vidal.
Llorente. Hits it long. The danger was there. He dealt with it well.
He plays it through.
Foul. Yes, referee's given it.
Mathieu. Xavi. Messi.
It's Daniel Alves.
That's a throw. Marquisio. Looking to receive the ball. Break could be on. Evra. Vidal. Marquisio.
He's being hassled and harried here.
Barcelona still to register a shot on target.
It's Daniel Alves.
Here's Messi.
Messi! He's unlucky not to score there.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Looking to exploit the space.
They've got a corner there.
And he gets it away.
Luis Suarez.
The ball is with Messi.
Lovely bit of skill. Iniesta.
Pirlo places into the danger area. It's Pogba.
Now Evra. The idea was good, but the pass needed to be better.
Well, he needed to be much more precise, but that was very short on quality into the middle.
Not much by way of goalmouth action as yet. Well, the referee has decided that the advantage didn't accrue, and he's going to his pocket to show him a yellow card. Well, they put plenty of effort into corners in training. Now it's a match situation.
Rakitic takes it short.
Messi! Messi! Just off target.
Well, for me, he had a very decent crack at it, but it has to be said that the odds on those from distance were never really that good, and you'd always favour the keeper in that instance.
Rakitic will swing one in.
Messi! Messi!
It went over the line for a goal kick. Rakitic. Xavi. Messi.
Intercepts the pass.
Messi. Daniel Alves.
Well played, that got them out of trouble. It's Llorente. Marquisio. The whistle goes to signify half-time. It's 0-0, so nothing to separate them.
Barcelona set the ball rolling. Daniel Alves. It's Daniel Alves. Pirlo looking to play on the break. Tevez. Oh, lovely feet. Tevez! Pirlo. Llorente. Tried to play it through. Both sides continuing to cancel each other out.
I think they're building the play really nicely. If they can just find the right through ball, they could be in on goal.
Barzagli looking to receive the ball. Break could be on. 15 minutes of the second half gone now. 0-0, but still time for one of these sides to win it. Iniesta gives away a free kick. Barcelona. Daniel Alves. Mascherano. Luis Suarez.
Suarez can't hurt you with his back to goal.
Rakitic with the foul. Luis Suarez. Rakitic. Jordi Alba. Luis Suarez. Moving forwards. Pirlo. It's Llorente. Chiellini. Lichtsteiner. Marchisio. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Messi. On his own. Not long left in this game. Can they find a winner? Llorente. Evra. Looking to play on the break. Marchisio. Mascherano with a definite foul there. Rakitic. It's Jordi Alba. Vidal. Pogba. Mascherano wins it back. Pedro. Rakitic. Luis Suarez. Running through the middle, but without support. Vidal.
This late on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
A ball over the top. And that's gone straight to the keeper. And that's it, the final whistle. Barcelona have earned themselves a draw, and they'll be the happier of the teams with the home leg still to come.
teams then, Barcelona against Juventus. It's John Champion with you today, and alongside me, top analyst Jim Beglin.
Yeah, thanks, John. Well, we have great expectation here today for both sets of players. I mean, this match really promises something good.
Daniel Alves. It's Messi. Messi staring straight at his opposite number. Chiellini. Evra. Looking to receive the ball, break could be on. Here's Tevez. Oh, lovely feet. He's on his way, and he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
Barcelona now trail by 1, which also puts them behind on aggregate. Pogba.
Pirlo.
Evra.
The ball crossed the line. Marquisio.
Evra.
Pirlo.
Lichtsteiner.
Vidal. Pirlo.
Pogba.
Lichtsteiner.
Pogba.
Vidal.
Evra.
Pirlo.
Chiellini.
Barzagli. Marquisio.
Pogba.
Lichtsteiner. He was well positioned, good defending there. Pirlo. Lichtsteiner. He'll be pulled up for a foul. Lichtsteiner plays it into the danger area. Marquisio. Rakitic. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. Chiellini. Marquisio. Llorente.
Pogba.
Lichtsteiner. Xavi stops him in his tracks. It's Neymar. Pirlo. Vidal. Marquisio. Llorente.
Pogba.
Lichtsteiner. He couldn't get it cleanly, and it's a foul. Rakitic. Daniel Alves. Well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it. And that brings to an end the first 45 minutes of this semi-final.
Well, it hasn't exactly got the plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Juventus set the ball rolling. Vidal.
Evra.
Played towards the right side. Real pressure from the opposition there. Messi. Can he now find a finish? scored!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Marchisio. Tevez. It's Pogba.
Incisive pass, that.
The flag stays down. Marchisio.
The danger was there, he dealt with it well.
Tevez.
Oh, good challenge, and he's got it back.
Barcelona still contemplating when to use their one remaining substitute.
Bursting forward. He's been taken down, and it has to be a penalty. He saved it.
Oh, and he's kept it in. This goes for a throw-in. And they're now bringing on the last of their substitutes.
They can try again. He's going on his own.
Pedro trying to keep hold of it, but it's hardly easy.
A robust challenge.
Evra. It's Tevez. Little in the way of subtlety in that tackle. Game over, do you reckon? What can they do from here?
They've just got to get the ball into the box and hope.
Lichtsteiner. Tevez. Clever ball. Marchisio couldn't quite get it through that.
Yeah, it looked like there that he was asking just a little too much of himself to try and thread that ball through. It was a bit over-ambitious, but I like his thinking.
Chiellini. Full-time whistle within sight. It's Lichtsteiner. Lichtsteiner was fouled, and he gets his free kick. Pogba. Llorente.
This late on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
Messi. Pogba. Barzagli. Looking to play on the break. Sergio Busquets with a lunge.
There is the final whistle.
Barcelona have hit the buffers, honours even in terms of aggregate score, but away goals have decided it.
Well, how enjoyable was that? I love it when you get two teams giving it everything they've got. They held nothing back. Terrific stuff.